Hello, grade 4 students! Once again, welcome to the scientific class with Miss Shara. Good morning, grade 4 students. Welcome to our scientific class with Miss Shara. Our work plan for today is picture analysis. We'll have our discussion, share a thought, and then you'll do your exit card in Genio package. So let's look back at our previous lesson. We discussed about physical change. A physical change is a change in one or more physical properties of matter without any change in chemical properties. So these are the examples of physical change. It includes changes in the size or shape of matter, changes of state, for example, from solid to liquid or from liquid to gas. Some of the processes that cause physical changes includes cutting, bending, dissolving, freezing, boiling, and melting. So we have here 6 pictures that shows different physical changes. The other kind of change that we talk about is chemical changes. Chemical change occur when a substance combines with another to form a new substance. Now here in the picture, you can see examples of chemical change. You can see the fruit ripening. Okay, see we have here cooking. We can taste different foods by cooking. Then we have fireworks. We have logs burning or wood burning. So these are all examples of chemical change. Last time we did our investigation baking cake, right? So can you think of nice smells that might come from the kitchens? Yes, bread baking, and look at this one, chicken. Have you tried watching your mom cooking chicken like this? It's very nice. So what are the good and bad effects of changes? There are certain changes of materials in the environment like composting, recycling, technological development, water cycle, and photosynthesis. These are the changes that is useful to us and to the environment. So from those examples, we can see good effects of changes in matter. Chemical reactions or chemical changes helps us to solve crimes and explain mysteries by analyzing blood and tissue samples, for example. Police are able to identify the perpetrators of crimes. Chemical reactions are also the tools we use to date fossils, analyze materials, use in medicine, and better understand how our ancestors live or how are we living right now. All right, let's talk again about the physical change. Now, what are the good side of physical change? For example, freezing. Freezing enables us to store and preserve meats and other foods in a long period of time. Microorganisms, the ones that cause food spoilage, hate cold places. So freezing helps to preserve food. The next one is melting. Melting is used in metal industries to mold cans, furnitures, utensils, and swords. Some of the toys are also molded by melting. And just like before, the penguin was discovered even after 100 years because of melting. Number 3 is evaporation. Evaporation is crucial part of the water cycle. Water from all areas on Earth will not be recycled if they will not evaporate and turn into water vapors as clouds in the sky. So the physical change from liquid to gas caused the water cycle. So it's a good side. Next is condensation. It is important in transforming water vapor to droplets, water stored in clouds. How about the changes that we cannot see? For example, the movements of the earth. The earthquake, look at the picture. It changes the shape of the land. This is a good physical change. Another useful example of change is building transportation system. It is to enable people, guests, employees, and goods to move or be moved in a reasonably comfortable, quick, and efficient way. The different modes of transport are air, water, and land transport, which includes rail or railways, road and off-road transports. Other modes also exist, including pipelines, cable transfer, and space transport. It is important because it enables communication, trade, and other forms of exchange between people that in turn establishes civilization. Transport plays an important part in economic growth and globalization. So this is a good change. Then we have building dams. Dams are built all over the world to control floods, store water, and for the generation of electricity. Until now, some 800,000 dams have been constructed worldwide. Not all dams are constructed for the generation of electricity. Some of them are just for the storage of water for the dry months. What are the advantages of dams? It gives clean, efficient, and reliable form of energy. It does not emit any direct pollutants or greenhouse gases. While the initial cost is high, they are very inexpensive to operate. Electricity generated by hydroelectric power plant is the cheapest electricity generated. Dams prevent floods. Dams store water for irrigation in summer seasons and dry months. Constructions of farms. Farm structures provide shelter and conducive environment for the preservation of quality and quantity of plants and crops. It increases the productivity of animals, and farmers ensure safety and good working condition of machineries and equipments. A number of buildings on ranches and farms are now built using steel. These buildings not only provide the perfect shelter for your cattle and livestock, they can also be used for equipment, crop, and feed storage. Now let's look at the good side of chemical change. Animals make use of chemical reaction to convert the food they eat to energy. Leaves of plants use chemical reaction through photosynthesis, changing carbon dioxide and water to glucose and sugar. Ripening of fruits also requires chemical change. Another useful effect of chemical change is in the food industry. It also makes use of change in chemicals to create cheese, vinegar, milk, and wine. It is also used in making clothes, synthetic fibers, wools, and plastics. Decomposition is also a useful thing in our environment. It is made possible by chemical change. Then we have fertilizer. In addition to releasing nutrients, fertilizer, they improve the structures of the soil and increase its ability to hold water and nutrients. Over time, organic fertilizer will make your soil and plants healthy and strong. We also have herbicides. The use of herbicides is increasing day by day. This is used for weed control. They kill unwanted plants. They are easy to use. Herbicides can be used on closely planted crops where the other methods cannot be used. Most of the time, one application of the herbicide is enough, where others methods have to be continually used. So this chemical change, the product is herbicides, It is useful in the farm, big farms, in planting plants that are close to each other. Herbicides on crop growth. They can destroy plants bearing disease. They help the crops grow by destroying the weeds that causes harmful effects, which include competition for water, nutrients, and light interference of weeds. Then we have pesticides. With the introduction of pesticides, farmers have been able to produce bigger crops on less land, increasing crop productivity by between 20 and 50%. In addition, pesticides allow farmers to maximize the benefits of other valuable agricultural tools, such as high quality seeds, fertilizers, and water resources. Crop protection products have helped farmers in the developing world grow 2 or 3 crops a year, so much that these countries can become bread baskets for the rest of the world. The food exports benefit people in temperate countries with shorter growing seasons. Wow! So that ends our lesson for today. Those are the useful effects of different changes of materials to living things and to the environment. There's a lot of useful effects of changes in our environment. We can talk more about it as we go along. Thank you very much and have a happy heart. Bye!